I want to get into the tough stuff, though. You know, people aren't afraid to troll on social media.
So she's talking about going 100% in, but yet she can't do what makes her happy.
Probably pretty dormant right now, I would assume. How is it comparing right now to how your live business, to how your other business was cash flowing for you?
That's not what he asked. Why is she avoiding that question? She's completely avoiding it. She's talking about how she feels. Yeah, I feel great too when I can do things I love. But is she getting paid how she wants to get paid? Probably not. I cannot believe he even asked that, because everyone knows at a 1-star diamond coach, you're not making much.
But I'm not going to let you off the hook. So you were...
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is part 2 to the Carl Deichler series of the new year. This interview, if you will. I'm just letting you know how I feel with all this now. I'm just kind of trying to tell you like the little, oh, this is why they're saying this. This is how I feel when they say this. I agree with this, but I know that's probably not what they're trying to do. You know, whatever. Just trying to chat on it. Alrighty, so we'll get back into it. This is, I hope it doesn't last. You know what? We're just gonna see how far I feel interested in it. I'm not sure. Like I said, I have not watched any of this, so I don't know how. I'm at 24 minutes and it's an hour and 6 minutes long, but I don't know if that's all with this interview or if there's gonna be another segment to it. So we're just gonna see where this takes us and I'll figure it out.
Kind of a COVID coaster of a year, but it's been amazing to get to where I'm at right now.
Well, Pat, I know that I want to get into the tough stuff though, because I know that that it's an interesting place. You know, the original 21-day fix, that was shot. We shot like, I don't know, 7 videos. So it wasn't like you went through a whole program. And then 21-day fix real time. You did the program, but again, you did the nutrition, and we saw some transformation. And but you were, like you said, you were still doing real life. And then even, you know, and then became a coach. It was at that time you became a coach, really?
Yes, when I was shooting 21-day fix real time. That's when I became a coach.
Got it. And so now all of a sudden, and this is what I think some people can relate to, all of a sudden there's this pressure for the modifier to transcend, to evolve out of modification mode. And I know that you've taken some heat, or, you know, people aren't afraid to troll on social media to say, you know, how can you still be the modifier? Or, you know, why haven't we seen you become, you know, a Miami Heat dancer now? Like, why, you know, how do you cope with the judgment that you get for having been seen as a modifier? And I, you know, by the way, your results in 9-week Control Freak are nothing short of amazing. Anybody who's on day 1 today is going to see a transformation in front of their eyes. But that transformation, what didn't happen was something so dramatic that you were no longer Cat, that you weren't trying. There was not something where you weren't still enjoying life, and you were in control. So I want to just hear how you deal with it without, you know, at 53 years old, where you're comfortable with your body and you're comfortable with who you are, but still, you know, people impose some expectation on you that I think is unfair. And I'd love for you to speak to that.
Yes, I mean, you know, I think it's very interesting when we look at other people's journey and say, you need to do that journey for me, right? When really the most important thing that I needed to deal with myself was really getting into my limiting beliefs. And because I'm a confident person, because I can be in front of a camera, you know, I think I was really honestly not being truthful with myself about what my limiting beliefs were in terms of my age. And because I am the modifier, right? And that this was my body at a certain weight. It was never going to be slim, you know, and that I was comfortable. But when I really dove in this year and really started peeling away the layers of my deep mindset, you know, I really understood that, wait a minute, maybe my body can change a lot more than I have been allowing it to. You know, what if I actually do this? What if I actually commit 100%, not to just a program of, you know, controlling my mindset and my nutrition and my fitness, but what if that becomes a lifestyle? What if I truly believe that I can do that? And, you know, honestly, Carl, I'm still on my journey. I am on my journey every single day. And I have been surprising myself every day, getting stronger, feeling more toned. And more important, making that transformation of truly feeling happy, self-love and self-confidence. You know, I am not happy because of my size, but when I'm in control of my health and fitness, I feel like I'm more in control of my life, and that self-love is definitely, it's all connected. You know, there's a cycle of happiness and joy and self-love that includes self-care and not self-sabotage. And so, you know, for anyone who feels like I need to be a certain place, my question back to them is, why do you feel I need to be anywhere? Because my question to them is, where do you need to be for you? And if that's not where you're happy, then we need to do the work, because all I can do is work on myself. But that mindset is a muscle, and I have to reset that mindset every single day, which is why I love that personal development is a part of our daily activities. You know, that part of our vital behaviors. It is so essential to get our mindset reset for me to be able to say, yes, I love myself. Yes, I'm worth this. Yes, I can do this every single day, to get up and motivate myself to stay on this healthier life. That's really made me so much happier and showing up better in the world.
Yeah. So, gosh, there's so much to unpack there. What is your current?
What do you guys think on that? There's points like I agreed with, and they're really, I mean, this, you guys, you can get sucked into this Beachbody thing and really any MLM, but what are your thoughts on how he was talking and how she was talking? I appreciated how, you know, he was probably beating around the bush a little too much for me. Just come out and say it, you know, like, our bodies are our bodies. Our bodies are gonna do and go where they're supposed to be genetically, biologically. You know, unless you really put, you know, she was talking about 100%. What if she can do 100%? Okay, and make that into a lifestyle? Can you make it into a lifestyle longer than 6 months? You know, anything's possible. I don't disagree. I mean, I don't disagree with that, but I do think that we get so caught up in where we need to be and why. Okay, so if we are one certain way, people are looking at us differently, and we aren't acceptable anymore, and that really rubs me the wrong way. And so the fact that we feel that we need to, well, just what if I stop doing my self-sabotage and having that cookie or having that drink or whatever, what if I just stop doing that and go 100% and just, you know, worry, you know, and then the focus then is not really on happiness, it's more on how you look. Because I think, this is my opinion, but I think if you're going to be so controlling and on your nutrition and your workouts and go 100% in, and you want, because going 100% in, that's going to be, you have to have sacrifices. You like to have a beverage out and about with your girlfriends or your significant other or whatever, or you like to have the occasional treat, or you just like to have a treat, or just like to have pasta a little too much. You know, you grew up with that, you have had that for so long, and then you're going to take it away, go 100% in. That's going to be hard on you and your body and for your mental state. You know, you might be able to do it for a good while, but then what? You're going to say no. I remember when I was doing this, I would drink my Shakeology before I go out, because they tell you this, go out, have your Shakeology before you go out to curb those cravings, and then when you go out to the bar, you won't be so inclined to eat food or eat so much food, which is, yes, it is a good tactic, I guess. Or I know people, like I did this even. I wouldn't eat anything. Like people just go, or no, did I do that? I think it's one of my videos. One of these girls said that she, yeah, it was one of my diet videos. I might have done this too. But it's so common that instead of eating out or having drinks with your girlfriends, they would wait to eat at home, or they would eat at home first and then just go hang out. But it's like, you're risking and you're losing so much, and it's just, everyone's priorities are different. But that's so sad to me that our bodies become such an importance and it's such a priority. And I understand health is important, but that is so hard. Yeah, for your physical appearance, yeah, you might feel great about yourself, but then you're missing out on all the social aspects. You're sitting there with your friends and like, wow, I'd really love a glass of wine. And then when you do decide to have that glass of wine, I'm sure the guilt trip is, or the guiltiness and the guilt feeling and the just beating yourself up for having that is so hard. And that's why this whole all-in journey, like I'm going through it. It's tough too. It's tough going the opposite way. But I'm learning to work out, and I'm learning to eat better, but still eat till I'm full, and not feel guilty. And sometimes I am. Sometimes I still slip back into that. But that whole mindset where it's like, well, if I just go 100%, if I just do this, if I just have control, like all of Autumn Calabrese's everything seems to be like, I just think that's toxic. I think that's obsessive, and I think it's toxic. So there's my 2 cents on that. I don't know what you guys think. I don't even know if that made sense, but.
Rank, where are you now?
I'm 1-star diamond.
Okay, congratulations. Well done. So how would you?
1-star diamond is basically, so she got diamond herself, and then she has a person under her who's also diamond rank. Nothing really significant happens.
Now, okay, so we got your background, and that's super helpful. You know, it's funny. I saw a meme on Instagram, and it says, and this is really important for coaches to keep in mind along those lines, and that is, if you think it's hard to change other people, and that's what you're trying to do, just remember how hard it is just to change yourself. And so like, wait a minute, I'm having a hard enough time getting my own stuff together and changing my.
I do agree with that. I think that's a good point. Like, they're not saying everything wrong, but I do agree with that. I think everyone's just so focused on everyone else's opinion. Just focus on yourself. That's a great way to kind of come back. If anyone's giving you heat for anything, that, oh, you're doing this, you look like this, and you should really change this about yourself, okay, and why are you so perfect? You know what I mean?
And I think I'm going to try to change these people. No, people have to change themselves. What we can do is give them the tools to do it. So now, I want to, where are you in your business as 1-star diamond? Like, what sort of momentum would you say you have right now?
I mean, I am so excited right now. And I think it's just because I'm so authentically connected to myself and my journey that it makes it super easy to authentically connect to others. And so I am very passionate right now, and I feel so good. I affectionately call where I'm at right now, I've gotten to my turning point. My turning point is where I want to do the workouts, even though I'm sore, more than I don't want to do the workout. I want to stay on my nutrition more than I want that glass of wine. And Carl, I really like wine. So that was a big deal for me.
But why? Just have the damn glass of wine. That's what I mean. It's like, in your life that's so precious, it's already short enough. We're worried about having a damn glass of wine. Unless there's issues going on beyond the whole alcohol thing or whatever. Are we serious? Like, that's just the whole point. Like, it's just, why live that way? Why are we so centered on outward appearance and how our workouts and our nutrition and everything. Everyone has different priorities, but she just said that's the hardest part for her, and she loves wine. What's wrong with a glass of wine? So she's talking about going 100% in, but yet she can't do what makes her happy. But she's talking about being happy.
Get through that. But I got to that turning point, and, I get excited, not about selling, but about sharing that journey and helping others feel that way. So it's really easy for me to authentically share that, because I really want that for everyone around me. And if I can help someone else feel this way, it's so awesome. It is such a gift to be able to share that. So my business is doing well. I am really linked in, but it's because it started here internally with my mindset and where I'm at on my journey.
Okay. So what does, I don't want to ask you personal questions, but just compared to the events business, for instance, which is, probably pretty dormant right now, I would assume. Okay. So this turned out to be your plan B is now your plan A. And how is it comparing right now to how your live business, to how your other business was cash flowing for you?
It is on the right trajectory. I mean, I owned my own company for many years, and, owning my own company, being the CEO, I had to invest a lot of money. That is one thing that's very different about this opportunity, is the level of investment is, financially very low, and commitment wise, emotionally wise, you have to put a lot in. For anything to be successful, you have to put some effort in. So that does not change. But for any job, you have to show up every day in order to get paid. That's the way that is. But in this job, you show up for yourself first. So it is night and day, to be honest, in terms of how I feel every day, and my excitement level.
That's not what he asked. He asked how the cash flow is compared to the dormant other business that she actually started. She is the actual CEO with the whole pandemic going on, how it's comparing. And he's talking about a dormant business right now. That should just prove a point there, first of all. Second of all, why is she avoiding that question? She's completely avoiding it. She's talking about how she feels. Yeah, I feel great too when I can do things I love. But is she getting paid how she wants to get paid? Probably not. She's not the CEO of it. I wonder if she'll say that, of this Beachbody life. I cannot believe he even asked that, because everyone knows at a 1-star diamond coach, you're not making much. And I'm starting my business, and an actual business, and hopefully I can tell you guys about it soon, but I'm starting one, and I can tell you what, if I have to put a little bit more of an investment in it to get a real sense of just ownership, and I'm just so proud of myself, and I don't have to tear anyone down to build myself up, and I don't have to recruit to get to the next level, and I have to always constantly watch active statuses and depend on people below me. Oh, I would love that. I would pay a little bit more, and I don't even think I'll have to. You know how much money I spent in Beachbody? That's all I gotta say, and I made nothing. I lost money in Beachbody. So this is a bad question. This is gonna get you in trouble.
About what I get to do and what I get back tenfold for everything I do in my Beachbody business is just incredible. And I've loved it. I love pouring myself into it. So,
but I'm not going to let you off the hook. So you were making a certain amount of money in the events business. Are you at 20%? I mean, I know you've been shifting these two things. Are you at 20% of the income that you used to be? Are you at 50% of the income? Like, where would you say?
I'm at about 40%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But remember, it was I've got big shoes to fill on that.
I totally get it. I totally get it. Now, and like you said, you don't have the same investment. And I, we always say, we don't guarantee that. That's the risk here. We don't guarantee any amount of income. And the level of work that you do is what determines your outcome. And, but the good,
you have to put so much work into it. You have to put so much work into it. So much work. You breathe, you live, you eat, you poo. You absolutely do everything Beachbody or MLM when you're in an MLM. Oh, that makes me so frustrated.
News is every single person that any coach who's watching, any single person could look at the top 10, could look at the elite, and there is no circumstance that is so dramatically different that they couldn't achieve that level of success if they put that level of work in there. And I'm glad that whoever's running the thing, just keep Kat on, because, and Kat, I love you for your courage here, because I really want to pick at something for a second, because you are the modifier. And yes, that gives you a platform, but that also makes you a target. And it would be very easy for people to say, well, you're still the modifier. Why would I want you to be my coach? And that is exactly why you're a great coach, because you're a real person. Now, here's what I'm hoping for you, and what I want to put you on the spot about, and anybody else who's watching as a coach who wants to achieve something from this. Here you are. You worked 18 hours a day, you said, running this events business. Do you think you can bring, like, where are you by comparison? And I want the truth. I don't want a good answer. I want the truth. And whatever the truth is, you say it. Do you think you are at the same intensity in running this business and helping people and bringing people and helping those? I think you said you've got 15 or so coaches who are really ready to run. Do you feel that same desperation, if you will, or pressure to make this work right now, and to put those 18 hours in that you felt from what is a more traditional business, where you got to put a show on in Vegas or in Miami or wherever, so that you have to hit that show, so you have to work 18 hours a day. This one is I find this a much more difficult scenario for people, because it's like, you know what, I can work hard tomorrow and I can work up early tomorrow. So where are you with that?
So one of the biggest challenges, of course, is it's easy to do and it's easy not to do. The only person holding yourself to your accountability is yourself. So every day I have to wake up and reset my mindset about my health and fitness journey, right? To be a product of the product. But that is the base of how I'm able to bring so much energy to my business, because they are the same. The same things that I am doing for my mindset to show up every single day for my fitness, for my nutrition, for my personal development. Those are the exact same things I do every single day for my business. And yes, I am on fire. I am a hard worker. So I am going at it with that kind of intensity. And I also want to say, what I've been able to accomplish in this business in a short period of time has been really miraculous. I can see the light at the end of that tunnel, and there's really no other business I want to be in right now than this. There's so much more that I get back. Yes, I'm working as hard, but it feels lighter, if that makes sense.
A lot of heartbreak. That's what I experienced. A lot of freaking heartbreak. Having to lie to your downline and try and kind of like play them in a sense, and sweet talk them and make them believe one thing. It's just stupid. It's so dumb.
Makes sense. It just feels more fulfilling, rather than all this pressure being on me, and it's just about pushing people. In this Beachbody business, I feel like it's about team. It's about lifting others up and giving back, and you get so much out of that. Yes, is there a financial reward at the end? I hope so. That is a big part of the reason I am doing this. But to have the balance of...
I I hope so, she says. So she hasn't gotten it. She hopes so. She hasn't gotten it.
Getting so much fulfilled in my heart and soul, along with being able to help others do the same and find some financial freedom with a lot of hard work. Yes, this is an amazing opportunity. I am so grateful for it every single day.
So what's hard about it for you? Why aren't you 5-star diamond today?
Because I want everyone to work as hard as I do and as fast as I do all the time. Come on, let's go. You know,
well, that's fair. So why isn't that happening? Why do you think that's not happening?
Well, I think it is very much what we say, you know, it's the limiting beliefs. The same limiting beliefs we have in terms of what we can do, we put right into this business. I don't have the time. Right? There's the number one in your fitness and in your business, right? I won't be able to do it. It's lack of self-belief, right? The belief that you can make this a business, that you actually can put this effort in and make this a viable business. You know, so all of the limiting beliefs that we are bringing to our fitness and our health journey are generally the limiting beliefs that are holding my coaches back from just running like at 1,000 miles an hour with me.
Okay. So, all right. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do then? So we got the facts. Now what are you going to do?
Well, get schooled. I love it. Let's go. Okay. So, you know, basically we are just diving in now to coaching my coaches, right?
She is drinking that Kool-Aid. I mean, oh my. Oh my. That's so annoying. Oh, everyone says time. Time is just a limiting belief. For some people, I know she gets to stay home and she's doing whatever, you know, she's just doing the best thing ever. People are struggling, especially this year. They might have double, triple, you know, you don't even know how many jobs they have, on top of a family, on top of holidays, on top of illnesses, on top of all this crap and emotion. Sometimes you need to just breathe. And the fact that they talk down like this to people, well, if you just break down your day and all your times that you're scrolling and you're watching Netflix and whatever, I mean, you could be inviting the damn invites. Like, stop being so annoying to people and just badgering them. Join my team, make me money, make me money. Oh, it just makes me so upset.
How can I help them? How do I give them value?
It's not helping
We've got our bod groups that are amazing. I let them, you know, bring people into those bod groups. I help give them value to their customers and I help support them. We are on a journey, journaling every single day with our team, helping reset that mindset to success, helping reset the mindset of making sure they have a plan. Each one of them needs to have a plan about where they want to go. I know where I want to go. I won't be able to do it without my team, which means I need to lift them up. That's pretty amazing. So just being involved, being on top of them and being beside them and lifting them up and encouraging them every single day.
That's great. So let me just make a little commercial. It's not for me, but just along those lines, you said something about team. If you've got Netflix, you know, personal development is a big part of what we do. Go watch The Playbook. It's a show that is on Netflix that it's basically coaches, and it might be something that you really blow off. But if you watch the first one, which is about Doc Rivers, and he talks about when he was coaching the Boston Celtics and this concept of I am because we are. Now I have a goal of 250 million coaches or 250 million subscribers to this.
Yeah, Carl, you are because of everyone else for ya. Oh my. Oh my.
Business. I've had a goal of 1 million coaches since we started this back in 2007. We are at 400,000 coaches. So, Kat, everything you're saying is what I've been living for the last 13, 14 years. So, but and you're doing it in a microcosm, and the limiting belief, I totally agree with you, that helping people see what's possible, working as a team. How will you follow up? How do you and can you keep track of your coaches so that it's not just talk? Because as soon as we hang up this wake-up call, there you're going to be in your empty room, and it's going to be all quiet, and then it's like, well, now what should I do? I'm all made up. I could go get coffee. Like, what are you going to do? How are you going to be organized so that you're keeping track of your team so that these 15 people run? How are you going to help these 15 people sign a customer and sign a coach this week with a challenge pack?
Well, we do weekly calls, and we do, help them with their stories. We are constantly educating. That's the other thing too. I really love the support system with Beachbody. It is everywhere around you. Help is everywhere. And I think a lot of people don't reach out for the help. So we have text threads that as soon as they have any questions, we're able to get in touch with them right away. They can ask us any questions. That's what we do. We are working towards it every single day. And every single week we check in, set new goals. We're doing a vision party. Also, we keep it fun. That's another thing too, is we get to create this business the way we want to. And who wants to create a company that they're going to be miserable at? I am surrounded by women that I totally love and love to spend time with. And we encourage each other. You have to be careful to balance that, right? It can't just be all fun. It can't be all business. There has to be a balance in that. But it is a fun business. And you've got to keep that feeling going, because that's an infectious energy, right? We want them to be taking care of themselves. So I add value every single day to my coaches in terms of their personal journey. We can't let that stop. That has to continue, because if they're feeling great, they're authentically connecting. And that is what we want to do every day. We do awesome. Power hours all the time.
That's awesome. And by the way, I think I forgot to say the name of the show. By the way, it's called The Playbook. I might have forgotten to say that. I said it was about Doc Rivers, but this concept of I am because we are, that's amazing. I love, look, I'm the biggest offender because I want productivity so bad that that I sometimes let it torture me. But I push really hard, and it's in that pressure, it's in that constant activity that I thrive the most. If I'm not creating, if I'm not making things happen, I feel that's when fear gets to creep in. That's when I feel less hope, and those two things conspire together to undermine my enthusiasm. And that's when I go, I need to smoke out. I need to take more action, and I need to not give fear any oxygen. And I think that's good. Those calls are good. I think what I'm not totally understanding, Kat, is at a visceral level, maybe with a real example. I don't want to take too much longer, but whatever. I think it's kind of good for people to hear how the process works. Like, specifically, what do you say? Because you're the modifier, so you do get this platform, but you're also really well spoken. You hustle. You've run a business. But so here you are, you've got the stay-at-home mom, or you got this guy who's looking for a second income without taking a second job, and they're trying to figure out, but they've never run their own companies, and they don't know what accountability is like. They don't know what hustle is really.
Your own companies. I can't take much more of this, you guys. It's just so staged. And you can tell, she's just totally ignoring the whole financial part. And that's like the biggest part. Like, they will badger and like they'll just, oh, my life's so perfect now. I make so much money with Beachbody and this coaching thing. It just makes me so much financially stable. I can bring my husband home, all things. And then she's sitting there like, oh yeah, I just feel so good about myself, because she's not making that money. She's not making that money to be you know, of much help. She might be making some, but she's not making a whole ton, especially at 1 Star Diamond. So it's just very, you can just see it. It's just so staged, and it's just frustrating. I might just call this good for now with this one. I maybe will finish it. You guys can watch it. I'll link it. So it's just so crazy to me. It just makes me so mad. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you next time. Happy New Year. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Love ya. Have a good day. Bye-bye. I always forget, make sure to like or dislike, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Make sure to comment. What do you guys think on this? This is so very... Alrighty. Bye, guys.